On the fourth strength training day of Christmas, I want to give to you what makes up a well-stocked gym when you are at home in a pandemic situation. You actually only need your body weight, so you don't even have to go out and buy any weights. But say you have weights, you want to get things that will add external resistance. We just did adding external resistance, and this progresses from there to give you some ideas for those 5 basic movement patterns. I'm going to be using tubing. I have my medicine ball out and the foam roller. So if you don't have these things, the medicine ball, use a dumbbell, use your body weight. You don't have tubing, use the dumbbell, use your body weight. These are just ideas. So we'll get a quick warm up going on, and then we are going to get into the 5 basic movement patterns with different kinds of exercise equipment in the form of external resistance. So let's put the hands on the thighs. We're going to give you a Metcon warm up here, and we're going to warm up in all those different planes of motion, which we have 3. And when we squat and we lunge and we row and we twist, we're using different planes of motion. One that does get overlooked is the side-to-side motion. It's the frontal plane. We'll try to rectify that problem. Come on up, and let's give a little rotation. So as we're rotating, we want to press the hip forward and come right up onto your toe. Give your ankle a stretch. Squeeze gently in the glute max, your buttock muscle. So that helps to open the hip flexor. Stand tall. You know, shoulders back, scapula is retracted. Arms are just like ropes. Couple more. Getting some blood moving around. So we're going to do a little side-to-side movement. We're going to do a lateral squat. So you're just going to step over to the side. You're going to squat. You're going to come up. You're going to step in. Other side. Over, squat. Up and in. So we do get a little bit of lateral movement here in the frontal plane, forward, hips, knees, feet. So we're just stepping over to the side, down in the squat, up, in. One more time. Side to side squat, working in that frontal plane. So our stepping exercise, if you still haven't felt like lunges are a good idea. Again, you can also bring it down onto your mat, do your favorite ab exercise, or keep this stepping forward and back going. Lunges. Hands can be on those hips. Keep the back long. Remember, it's a 4-part movement. Step, drop, up, in. Abs are tight. Back is long. Shoulders back and down. Last set. One more. You always want to get about a 3 to 5 minute warm up. We're going into push-ups. Remember your air push-ups. Any shoulder, elbow, or wrist problems, you can bring it to the wall. Doing the wall push-up, that's your next progression. Maybe you want to come to the counter, hands out wide. You don't have to get down to the floor, especially if you have a problem getting back up. Start safely. 4, 3, 2, a little bit of cardio. So we want to get blood pumping around, get blood to the muscles, warm up the joints, a little tap here. And if you like some impact, adding just nice soft jacks. Inhale, exhale, push it up, pull it back down. Take breaths. Always want to breathe a lot. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, body extension. So we go into a strong arm. Again, roll those shoulders back and down. A little squat and then lift up. Arms go into shoulder flexion and extension. Straight as you can using front and back shoulder. Think upward lifting energy. So you're going up, up, right up on those toes. 8, 7, get a little chug going on. Get a little chug. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And walk around. Once you get your blood up like that, let the heart rate come down a little bit. Be like, hey, What are we doing? Hey, get a drink of water, stretch it out. Starting off, we have squat press. So this is everyone's least favorite thing in the whole wide world. Never done this. Any shoulder problems, we do not do an overhead press, okay? Maybe do squat and a bicep curl. You'd use dumbbells. It's the first time I'm going to get the medicine ball out. Squat press, med ball, or 1 or 2 dumbbells, or no weight at all. Get our drink. Have this med ball. It's a 10-pound ball. As with anything, I want to hold it right onto my body. Down and press up. Squat press. Down and up. And you can always rock out that goblet squat. Don't have the overhead press if you're having any elbow or shoulder problems. Remember, the eyes are up. Chest is forward. Big down squat. Big push up with that press. 25 seconds. It's going to get the heart rate up faster because you're pushing the resistance up over your heart. Take breaks when you need to. Keep the ball starting, stopping at chin height. You don't want to let it get released all the way down. 8 seconds. And we're going to put this medicine ball down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to go to the tubing. Now the thing about the tubing, I've got it in the door. Make sure it's in there secure. The door is locked, so it's not going to open. All right, you don't want to go flying here as you're trying to get stronger. You want to make sure you have equal pressure on the tube. Feet hip width, chest is up, shoulders down, get a little resistance. We're going squat and row. So another big movement here, adding multiple joint movements. If one bothers you, you've got one that you can fall back on. Maybe you don't like the row. Maybe it feels like it's pulling you off balance. Lock in that scapular retraction. You got some extra resistance for that squat. So we never want to do things that hurt. You've got the squat and the row with the tubing. You could always use dumbbells, bent over row. So we go to a chest press. Yes, a chest press. I'm going to have my right foot forward. And I'm going to press. Weight is lined up, handles lined up with the midline of the chest. Shoulders stay down. Make sure that it doesn't get floppy when you're back. Big thing you want to do is control it, especially as you're getting tired. Don't just let it fling back because you could definitely get hurt. We're going to switch to the other side. We tuck it in. I'm on the big toe of the back foot, heel of the front. This just changes your stabilizers a little bit. And we're getting a standing chest press with tubing. You could be lying on your back and doing chest press with dumbbells or air push-ups, whatever feels good on your body. 4 seconds. 3, and 2, and 1. Easy. Again, don't let it fling you back. Don't just release the resistance. Booter. So we're going back to the medicine ball. Again, I've got a 10-pound ball. If you wanted to use dumbbells, you wanted to use your 5 or 8-pound dumbbells, that is okay too. We're going tricep press crunch. So our hands are going to be in close. That's why the ball is nice to use. Keeps you set up well. We're going to have the arm up. Tricep press crunch. Pull and press. Down and up. Let's get that big crunch as the weight comes down, whether you've got a medicine ball or you've got your 5 or 8-pound dumbbells. You could use one 10-pound dumbbell, squeeze it, abs are like an accordion. 4, and 3, and 2, and roll it in, tuck, roll, set the ball off to the side. You always want to have extra equipment where it's not getting in your way. Here comes the foam roller. We're going to do a plank with the foam roller. So in the last video, we worked on just holding the plank isometric. We added some hip dippers for the rotational aspect. So now I'm going to have my thighs on the roller. With any plank, elbows are going to be right underneath those shoulders. So keep the chin up and in, shoulders packed, scapulas retracted. So with this plank, we're going to do a little roll. Exhale it back. So you're rolling up the thigh, use your abs. Keep the abs tight, squeezing gently the thighs. We're trying to get it to massage, so we don't really want to crank on the thighs. Now this is where things get a little bit bad. We'll save that for next time. That's a surprise. So bringing it into a stretch, we're going to come back up for the med ball squat press. Use dumbbells. Don't use any resistance at all. That was just mean of me to do that. But you know what? I talk too much, people. I talk too much, and you don't want to miss out on a squat and an overhead press, I'll tell you. Down and up. Squat, press. Nice thing about using the ball is that the elbows are lined up with the scapula, and that makes it a little bit less chance of hurting the shoulders, because when you're out wide like that, that can cause a lot of pinching in the shoulder. But if the elbows are lined up with your scapula, then it's a much safer lifting position. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we go back to the tubing. The option, if you wanted dumbbells, is bent over row. All right? We're going to do squat row, getting that multi-joint movement. Again, you can just do the row or the squat with the tubing. Squat row. And you got a little tension. So if you're too close, tubing's going to be all wobbly. Got a bit to start. You want to be able to start moving it. 32 seconds. Squat and row. 4th strength training day of Christmas. We've added external resistance, and now we're talking about what you can use at home in your gym. 15 seconds. If the legs get tired, rock out the row. You want to get back to the squat. Hold an isometric hold, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Shoulders are down, and 1. Ease forward. Don't just let it snap, okay? So we go to chest press. Hook your thumbs. Hands are on top, so the tubing is under your arm, so it's not ripping off your armpit hair or your arm hair. I didn't mean to say armpit, but I did, sorry. This definitely won't pull out your armpit. Use your breath, people. Suck in those abs. Line the handles up with the chest. Woo, let's switch to the left foot. Careful that the tubing does not pull you around. Control it. You could be on your back doing the chest press that we did in the last video with dumbbells, or using the air push-up, or want to do wall push-ups. It's the same great pushing exercise. 5 seconds. Getting that push. 3, 2, 1. Easy. Ease back. Don't let it pull you. Ease the weights down. So the weight doesn't go flinging back when you have some resistance on it. You can end up pulling a muscle that way. So be safe. Transition easily from one thing to the other. Grabbing the med ball again. So we're going to go into the tricep press and crunch. If you don't like either of the exercises, take one out. Getting a little more work in with multiple joints moving. 30 seconds. Tricep press and crunch. Tuck it in, up. Exhale as you come down and crunch up. All right, we're tightening up that tongue. Pull those arms in close. Inhale, exhale as you push it up. Oh yeah. Take your deep breaths. Anytime you get tired, get that rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Planky time. Now is the time that we're going to get this nasty business. I told you last time there was something bad, but then I just skipped right over it. So now we're going to do it. We're going to get into that quad rolling plank, elbows under shoulders. Just be very careful with this that you're not rolling onto your kneecap. All right, so we start with the forward and back, rolling, stretching the quads. I want you to add a little bit of lean onto one side of the quad, ow, and then go to the other side. It's super duper tight. So you're getting right in close to the IT band. Ha ha ha. Don't roll onto your kneecaps. All right. And if this is just too much, because this could be quite painful, you got to work up to it. Keep stretching those quads. Oh, we got 2 more rounds, guys. Roll back, taking all the time you need to stretch. Listen to your body and rest. My philosophy of training is manipulating the metabolism to get into a fat burning metabolism. So we're all going to start off with basic exercises, getting proficiency in keeping our posture, our breathing, correct form before we add any external resistance. Start lifting a lighter load. Stay with that until you feel capable. Add different types of equipment, 18 seconds. But as you're going along, you're going to figure out what your work to rest ratio is. Work until you can't. Rest until you can. 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2. We're back to the tubing. Again, put things off to the side so that you're not just like, and you fall down or hurt yourself. Tubing, squat, and row. Grab your dumbbells, bent over row. Definitely get some tubing though. It's like torture in a bag, people. Squat and row. So you end up getting 5 different resistance tubings. The yellow, the green, the red, the blue, and the black. 25 seconds. You're not feeling like doing any more squats. Do keep a soft bend in the knee. Relax your feet. Butt goes back. They call that an athletic stance. When you feel like you want to add more rows, you're doing 2 big movements. A lot of muscles working here. A lot of moving parts. 4, 3, 2. And that helps us to get into a metabolic fat burning zone that we do get breathless. There is some burning in the muscles. Things are feeling heavy and you're getting nice and warm from the magic of exercise. Heat, my friends, sweat. Sweat, a good sweat. Push and bend. So if you've got your tubing, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 pounds of resistance. The yellow's 10, green's 15, red's 20, blue 25, and the big kahuna is 30. The black tubing, I don't even think I can, it's just like, you can't do much. Left foot forward, getting that chest press. Keep the weight handles, the resistant tubing handles lined up at the chest. Because if you were shrugging, like stressed out here, you're going to be pushing them up. You're going to see them by your face. So we've got to keep the posture going down to the mat. We've got that tricep press and crunch. You've got less than 7 minutes left in this 4th strength training day of Christmas, showing you variety, exercise equipment. Doesn't take a whole lot of stuff to have a well-stocked gym, and you have lots and lots of options for really great exercises that use different equipment. So, I mean, I never get bored with any kind of exercise, but if you like variety and anything different that you do, your brain has to kind of figure it out. So it's good for the neurons there. Yeah, 10 seconds. Tricep press crunch. Exhaling and inhaling. 4, 3, 2. Let's get our friend the foam roller again. No roller. You're on your plank, holding that co-contraction. Just everything squeezing in there. Abs, thighs, butt. We're going to go back to the rolling. Try not to roll onto the kneecap. So I'm going to come back a little bit with my elbows. I'm starting at the upper part of the quad, and then I'm going to add a little bit of a twist. And I can't go over very far because it hurts like a bugger. Oh, 25 seconds. Even rolling your quad, just the muscular part, might be super painful. The fascia, that outer connective tissue, that is very tight. And as you have more sedentary time when you're sitting or driving or sitting on your computer, it's tightening up even more. So we need to keep it pliable so it's not causing any pain. This was a pain. We're going to do one more round. Stretch when you need to stretch. Oh, I do love the foam roller. I can do more stuff with this. One more round. Squat press, med ball. You can use your dumbbells. You can use your body weight. If you don't like the overhead press, it's giving any trouble, just hold and do your goblet squat. Down, press. And we can make this more aerobic by adding a little more intention, a little more intensity. This will definitely get the heart rate up. So try maybe 3 or 4 and see how your body reacts to a little more push. If you're just fine, keeping it slow, keeping it steady, don't add any extra until you feel mentally and physically ready to add more work. 4 minutes left in this workout. We're back to the tubing. So as we're using our tubing for squats and rows, you can either squat or row. Add it all together. Try to go fast. Maybe you want to hold it down. Give it a little making it yours. Nice and strong, 35 seconds. You're trying to burn it out a little bit, really getting the heart rate up. So the breathless factor releases a hormone called growth hormone that is a great fat burning hormone. And we get that hormone working for us when we are truly getting uncomfortable as the heart is beating and kind of gasping for breath. Those are good things. You want to ease into it though, because it can be overwhelming. Stress you out. 3 minutes to go. Having fun with our home-based workout. Don't need a whole lot. I bought the tubing on Amazon for $8. I've been collecting dumbbells over the years. I have 2.5, 5, 8, 10, and 15. And I bought 12s, but I had to send it back because one of them was broken. It would have bonked me on the head for sure. We're going to switch to the other leg in front. Try not to let that tubing pull you back. Pushing it out. Line the handles right up with your chest so the shoulders are down, scapula is retracted, not letting that tubing pull you back. You're in control. 10 seconds. And as you get tired, maybe you want a little less resistance. Back it up a little bit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Tuck it in. Ease back. Then release it. Down to the mat you go. We get the 2-minute warning here, guys. Working our home-based workout. We have a nicely stocked gym with just our body weight. If you want dumbbells, that is great. Tubing, super cheap, super versatile. Great thing about tubing is with the lighter tubes, you can add those. So you're adding resistance to say a 25-pound blue, but you want a little bit more. Add that yellow on there. You got 35 pounds. We could use black. I don't know. Mine is so stiff. I think I gotta break it up. It's like fascia. I gotta massage it. 10 seconds. Tricep press crunch. Using the med ball. It's a pushing exercise. 3, 2, 1. Knees in. Roll up. And we have 1 more minute left in this. What you need at home, other than your own body, is nothing. But if you want to get equipment that, start building and look for stuff on Craigslist. I don't know about Craigslist or eBay, or go to, where did I find the 15s I got at TJ Maxx, and they were $40, but you know, it's a good investment. Rolling the quad and getting a little rotation. Oh, 20 seconds. If it's too much, just work that plank roll. Try to do a little more IT. It might just be getting aggravated now, because more is not better when you're trying to loosen things up. You want to have just gentle pressures. Your worst sensation should be mild discomfort. And honestly, that's 20 minutes. It is more than mild discomfort when you're trying to loosen up your IT band, because it's just so darn tight. So I try to sneak up on it a little bit by sitting on the side of the butt, which is always tight too. So I get the bonus of that. And then just manipulating, finding the right pressure, easy, and not doing it over and over and over, just loosening things gradually. It should feel good when you're done doing it, and the more that you do it, consistency is key. You will get more flexibility. You just have to spend a little time incorporating flexibility into your workouts. Stretch the muscles that are tight. And then how do you stretch the muscles that are tight? It's the opposite of the way that they're shortened. So say you have to type on the typewriter. I'm old. Type on your keyboard. Bring your arms back. You don't necessarily have to be on a roller. You could even be sitting at your desk chair and open the chest and drop the shoulders. And guess what? That's scapular retraction and shoulder packing. Even at the desk, seated at your desk, bring an arm up and over. Switch aside. And then go to the other side. Because we want to stretch equally, and we want to train equally, and we want a well-rounded experience all the time. So that's your 4th strength training day of Christmas. Things that you can have in your home gym. Nothing crazy, and just your body weight. Highly suggested until you get totally locked in on your posture, form, breathing. All right, and the movement patterns. So lovely time here, cruising through the holidays. I hope you're getting some valuable information out of this, and I will see you on the 5th strength training day of Christmas. This is going to be where we start to add more exercises for the muscles, so that we go into what's called an overload principle and specificity. So that's coming on the 5th day, strength training day of Christmas.